If your nonfiction book is feeling a little flat, forgettable, it's probably not your expertise. The most likely culprit, your structure, how you're telling your expertise. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 story beats pulled from fiction that can make your nonfiction pop and make your ideal clients lean in. You don't need to write fiction, but you do need to make your message land like a moment they won't forget. So let's turn your insight into impact. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help visionary leaders, big thinkers, and seasoned experts turn their insights, their wisdom, their knowledge into client attracting books that grow their business. I help them with writing, publishing, and marketing those books so that they reach their business goals. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that YouTube will know that this video and others like it are ones that people like you who want to grow their business with books are going to want to see. And we'll put it in front of them. So let's get to these 5 story beats. Number 1 is start with a sliding door moment. What does that mean? It means open your content with a personal or client-based fork in the road. This is where the character makes a choice that shapes the entire journey. It sets emotional stakes without needing drama. So, for example, in my bio, I talk about that moment when I had published this book, it won awards, it was a bestseller, and it was the wrong book. And I realized that part of the reason why I went down this path and wrote the wrong book is because there were 2 reasons. There were 2 reasons. One of them is that I just felt called to write the book, but no one gave me any advice that said, you can go ahead and write this book, but if you want it to achieve this goal, it's not going to do it. There was no one there to tell me if I want to achieve this goal, I need to write this kind of book. And so I went on a journey to find out, well, how do you determine what the right book is? And that's how I came up with my personal methodology, the right book roadmap that helps you write the right book for the goal you have. It doesn't mean the other books are wrong or shouldn't be written. It just means that if you want to achieve this goal, you should be writing this kind of book. That was my fork in the road when I had taken a wrong turn and realized, wait a minute, the support structure I needed to help me not go down the road wasn't there, which means it's not there for others either. And so I created it. What was your fork in the road? That's the story that will hook readers in and have them lean into your message. Number 2, use the inciting incident to frame the problem. So introduce your readers to a core pain point like it's the beginning of a great story. A great story. Everything was fine until it wasn't. This hooks attention first. So it's similar to the sliding door moment, but it's different because it has a faster impact. So an inciting moment might be, I was sitting in my doctor's office and he told me that I had cancer. And that's when I knew everything had to change. That's an inciting incident. Or it could be, I looked at my bank account and I realized I didn't have enough to feed my children, pay my rent, and be the kind of man I wanted to be. That's an inciting incident. It's that dark moment that sets you on the path. Now I remember Laurel Langemeyer talks about the time she was pregnant and she was divorced and she had about 2 months worth of funds in her bank account or something to that effect, and she realized she had 9 months to get her act together and her business going, because in 9 months, a child was going to arrive, and she needed to support that child. Every big message has either that sliding door or that inciting incident that starts you on the path to create what you are creating to help your clients. Start your story with that. Beat number 3, show the dark night in your before stories. Again, this is taking that sliding door or that inciting moment and then really leaning into it. So when you had that moment that changed everything, what was the darkness like then? What was that before? What was the pain? What was the suffering of that before? So that you can contrast it with the after. And double brownie points if that before looks an awful lot like your ideal client's current moment. Because now you can show them, this is where you are, and I know you're in pain because I've been there too. But here is the light at the end of the tunnel, and I can take you to that light. This adds emotional stakes. This shows that not only do you understand their pain, you have been through it yourself. And that makes ideal clients lean in. So if you're enjoying this video and what I'm talking about, you will probably really get a kick out of a workshop that I'm doing at the end of this month called the Mythic Bio Workshop. On August 30th, I'm going to take up to 15 people through my proprietary process that I've developed and I'm so excited about, that takes your ordinary everyday life and your inciting moment. It basically takes your raw before story, puts it through a crucible of AI prompts, and out comes a brilliant mythic bio that makes ideal clients lean in and see themselves in your story so that they know you are the guide they want to hire. If that sounds exciting to you, go to carmaspence.com/mythic bio and sign up before all 15 seats are taken. Number 4. Turn abstract problems into villains. Oh, nothing makes a good story than a good hero and a juicy villain. Because if your hero doesn't have a juicy villain, they're just a maybe-pamby hero. No. So what was the villain? What was the villain? The villain could be a book industry that doesn't help you come up with the right idea. A villain could be bro marketers that tell you to post 10 million times a day. Or it could just be bro marketers being bro marketers. Whatever your villain is, just really turn up what you are standing against and what the villains are doing to your ideal clients and keeping them in the pain that they're in because they're all snidely whiplash. This gives things like burned outs or self-doubt, or just make them the antagonists, the villains that you're out to vanquish. They're the dragons and you are St. George. This beat raises the stakes and it sharpens the reader's motivation to lean in and listen to your story. Will you defeat the villain? Can you defeat my villain? They are the woman tied to the railway tracks, and the villain is Snidely Whipdash, who's going to take her ranch if she doesn't, whatever it is. Anyway, you get what I'm talking about. Can you tell I watched a lot of cartoons as a kid? And number 5, end with a triumphant return. Wrap up your video, your chapter, your book by showing a full circle moment, how you came back with experience. In the hero's journey, this is called returning with the gift. This is you saying, and then I discovered the thing that will solve all your problems. And now I'm sharing it with you in this book. Ta-da! This will bring them from their pain into the light at the end of the tunnel. And again, it makes your clients lean in and they won't be able to put your book down. So I will continue this line of storytelling tips all this week. On Wednesday, I will be returning with 5 archetypes that will transform your chapters into compelling experiences. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back on Wednesday. This is Karma saying ciao for now.